Great rising, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Trazana Staples here, and I have a, I always have a small message, but it's become the habit to say that. I hope you're doing well. And yesterday, October 29th, was National Stroke Day. And people say, why are you acknowledging strokes? These are non stroke survivors. Because we are superheroes. Um, we are phoenixes rising. We have been in the depths of hell and we have risen up. So it's not to acknowledge the stroke itself, but to acknowledge that you were able to overcome. And one of my dear friends, Greg Graham, aka AVM Superhero, posed a question. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but of course, I got sidetracked. So I'm doing it today. He posed a question to all stroke survivors. How did you find your 2.0? And 2.0 is your second life or your second win or your second phase of your life from the stroke because the old you died. So this is now the new you. Whether if you have noticeable disabilities or invisible disabilities, I have physical deficits. I walk funny. Like my grandson says, you walk funny, yeah. I walk funny. I talk funny now because of the stroke. But how did I find my 2.0? How did I find my second life? I found it through nature. I was in a very low place after my stroke. Not to go into detail because I don't want to spoil the book. So I want you all to buy the book, but I was in a very low place. I had to move back home with my mom. Um, by the time gardening season in 2018 came, I decided to plant something. Now, my prior life, I was a master gardener. I taught people how to eat and live through nature. And one day, when getting the garden together, I looked at some seeds. I don't have any seeds here, but well, I do, but it's too hard to get to them. The thought occurred to me. It may not have been astonishing to anybody else, but to me, I plant seeds all the time. I looked at the seed because we people who are gardeners, you plant seeds, it grows. And we're thinking that life is in the plant. Life was in the seed. So my life after my stroke, I was in my seed season. We plant it, cover it with soil, water it, and allow the sun to nurture it. And all those things work together. So I would go back into the garden every day to see the progress. Every day, my progress was evolving. There is life in the seed, not in the plant, in the seed. Well, life begins in the seed. Then it transforms into a plant. that little bitty seed, the little bitty okra seed, mustard seed, cucumber seed, whatever, my stroke made me back into a seed. But I had so much life in that seed, but it had to be cultivated. I cultivated my seed through music, through positive affirmation, positive words, positive people, and all those things, all those people and those places disappeared when I had the stroke. But now it was a new growing season. And the beauty about gardening is whether you garden year round or just seasonal, some seeds are annuals. You have to plant them every year. Some seeds are perennials. They come up by themselves every year. But all plants, non-GMO plants, have seeds. And if you don't do nothing to them, the seeds just fall down. And guess what? They grow back up the next season. So my seed in myself had to be cultivated. And it started to grow. And a year went by, 2 years went by, 3 years went by, and now I'm on my fourth year post stroke. You can't tell me nothing. Yes, I'm still growing, I'm still cultivating, but my 2.0 was found in the garden. So I hope that made sense, and I hope you find your 2.0, whether it's in the garden, whether it's in the gym, but just love and nourish your seed. That's your heart. That's your love. Love for yourself. And watch it grow. So I hope that helps someone today. Have an awesome day. Have a fabulous week. Oh, and happy Halloween. My name is Trazana Staples, and I had a stroke. I am a stroke survivor. I am a Phoenix Rising. Thank you for tuning in and spread awareness for stroke. Um, just spread awareness for strokes. I forgot my thought. Um, especially in the post-stroke phase. We already know what happens, what to look out for, but you don't pay attention to it until it happens to you. And then what you do after a stroke. And all my Phoenix Rising stroke survivors on Instagram and Facebook who are showing and telling about their journey, chime into them. They have treasures to help you find your 2.0. Peace, love, and light. Did I say my name is Trazana Staples? I had a stroke. I am a stroke survivor. I am a Phoenix Rising. See you next week. Peace, love, and light.